Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unconventional Connections. I'm your host for today, this week, and I'm joined as always by my co-hosts Isidro and Beto.
Hey,
Hello.
hey.
And today we're gonna be, it kind of is a game and kind of not, but we're gonna be doing some Would You Rather's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you rather be on this
Oh,
podcast or not on
no.
this podcast?
Oh, okay. Let me just.
So okay, bye.
I had a feeling you were going to do that.
So that is it for today.
I was hesitant. I was like, for a second, I was like, oh, okay. Should I do it? Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
not wanted here? Bye.
But yeah, so I found some on, the wonderful world of Reddit, and
Oh.
I found some of them, but like a lot of the ones that I saw were just all like sexual. And I'm like, dude, like there was some of them that like, okay, all right, here and there, but almost every single one, there would be like a good, like, interesting one,
Yeah.
and then there'll be like 10 other ones that are just about like sexual things, and I was like, guys, please.
Gotta keep this somewhat PG.
So I got some that I got from Reddit. Isidro linked me a website that has 450 of them. So we'll just pick some random ones from there. And yeah. And then also if y'all have any would you rathers as well,
You can leave those in the comments section below, and then we'll get back to them.
One of us will answer them all. If you do comment it down below. By one of us, I mean probably me.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Why we act like that ain't true?
It's the illusion that they're interacting with their favorite one of us, you know?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. We all have access to the account.
Yeah. We should just have a thing where like just like different each one of us responds to a different comment. And like
we take turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns, and then at one point it'll be like us trying to comment as someone else.
Throw off the rotation.
Yeah. Just keep them wondering who commented on theirs. Oh man. Alright. So I don't think I got any categories for the ones that I got. I think I just like literally just found some and wrote them down. So let's see. Okay, starting off with a banger. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or constantly feel like you're going to sneeze?
Baby girl, who the fuck came up with this question? The devil?
Which one would you rather?
Never than I.
I think I'd rather live with hiccups. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cause like,
it's the same.
Yeah, yeah.
What were you gonna say with them?
Because the hiccups, I can somewhat tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
But the sensation of wanting to sneeze, and then like it comes to you, and like your eyes get watery, and like your face starts to like freeze up, and like you like
in the
prepare.
way.
It's too much, especially when you're driving. Nah. But the hiccups, eventually they'll start hurting right here, like real bad.
Fuck, that's true too.
But that's a lot. That's just a lot. You can get used to that.
Yeah.
Over your eyes constantly watering because of wanting to sneeze.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna die early either way. No matter. Die at 10. It's fine. From a broken rib cage or something like that from the hiccups.
Yep. Let us know what y'all would choose down below. Okay, another one that I found was, would you rather have everyone that is twice your age or older talk like an adult from Charlie Brown, or have everyone half your age and younger talk like minions?
Well, the youngers already talked like minions, so I'll go with that one.
I mean, you know, yeah, you're not too far off, yeah.
There is already enough brain rot out there that it's already happening.
That is true. You know,
So
the
I'll go
minions
with the
cause,
minionese.
the minions cause the brain rot.
Bruh. No, they really
Oh
do. Like,
man.
I was hanging out with my sisters, right, over the weekend,
Hmm.
and my cousin brought over her kid, and then my nephews got together with that kid, right? So they're cousins or whatever, right? So,
Hmm.
Yeah.
so they had their bonding time, bruh. I had to stand. I was standing at some point of the night. I was standing at the door of the dude's room, the kid's room,
Hmm.
listening to the stuff that was coming out of their mouth, and I'm like, bro, like, what the hell's going on? Like, I can't even remember, like one of them told them they were like, "Oh, Diego, you have no riz," and I'm like, "Y'all don't even know how to wipe your own ass properly, let alone talk about riz." Like, what the like? It made me so it infuriated me. Like, it made me so mad, dude. Oh, there's no way these kids are talking about stupid. And then at some point they were talking about like playing games or whatever, right?
Hmm.
They were saying something like, "Oh yeah, like you suck at this, blah 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 blah." And one of them was like, "Well, you suck at something else if you know what I mean." And I'm like, "What?" Like and I know they're trying to say like certain not age appropriate things, and like they'll cuss
Yeah.
at each other, like they'll drop f bombs like hard as fuck. And I'm like, I wonder where they learned that from. And then as soon as I started walking away, there was a mirror, and I was just like, right, right, because like I cuss like a sailor in front of them, and I'm not supposed to, but their parents are not that nice either. So I don't know. I rather just hear them go la papaya like every single day. La papaya. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather hear them say that every single day than to hear a grown ass man go whoa 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 whoa. Like shut up, old man. Like no, I can't. I'd rather not.
I feel like also with like minions and stuff, like, you could still like understand what they're trying to say
Right.
and everything.
Yeah, because
Whereas someone were,
it's a mixture of
mhm,
languages what they speak,
yeah, yeah.
and I already speak most of them. I already speak the English and the Spanish,
Oh, there
so
you go.
I'm already halfway there. Things like English, Spanish, French, and Korean.
Oh, is it really?
I think so, something like that. That's what minionese is. It's like a mixture of all four of those.
I didn't even know that it was actually like they. I thought it was just gibberish that they wrote for the movie.
I mean, they are saying gibberish, but like all the words are like a word
Oh,
from
like the
those
actual like
languages.
words that. Yeah. Okay.
If
Gotcha.
it's actually
Gotcha.
like saying actual like sense, maybe not, but it's
Hmm.
just kind of a mixture, just random words from all four of those languages.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, this one is one. This one was. Would you? I don't like the way that they worded the second half of this, especially with the subject matter. Um, but let me see. What? I guess crowd. I'll change it to crowd. Okay, so would you rather have a bright red light shine around you every time you get aroused, or have a constant crowd chatter coming from your nether regions?
Have a constant what?
Crowd chatter. They phrased it like playground chatter. I was like, I don't know if that's
So
really
like a
appropriate
bunch
with
of
the kind of
noise
question.
coming when you get aroused.
Yeah, I guess that's what they were trying to put, but like they worded it so weirdly.
Rather the red light.
I'm just gonna
You
go
rather
with the
have a
red light
red
either.
light?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I'm
I would think
assuming,
so
because I'm
too.
assuming, like, if I'm assuming that it will happen to everybody else too. So like, I would know, so I wouldn't feel as lonely. Could you imagine you just
No,
go
it would
into a
no, it
thing
would it
about?
would be only you. That's
Oh, that's
the
stupid. I
So only
guess.
you.
that's the thing. So
I
it would
guess
be
the red
only
light.
you.
Yeah, I rather the red light because I don't think um I want it
I don't think
happening at
anyone else
night
would
when I'm
really know
alone.
though.
You just start hearing a bunch of voices.
Nah, fuck
That's
that.
true
And
too.
then my and
Yeah.
then my schizophrenia kicks in. Nah, I'm good.
I wouldn't know which one it is at that point if it's schizophrenia or it's something else.
But why do I feel so fucking hot and bothered?
Hey, yo, boys, you feeling that too?
Yo, the voices. I mean, what? The voices are back. But instead of saying, "Oh, you guys, the voices are back," it's like, "Oh," you start like feeling up on yourself. You're like, Yeah,
He's
I
like,
do
which
want to do
voices? The
that.
good ones or the top ones or the bottom ones?
Mm.
Both. Both heads
Just
are
ask
talking
yourself,
right
what
now.
are we doing today?
But the voices are telling me yes.
Oh, shit.
Stupid. Next.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson once or have to talk like Mike Tyson for the rest of your life?
Fight him once.
Fuck that. Hold on.
Doesn't mean you have to be good. You can lose in 5 seconds. It'll be done.
I'm trying to think about how he talks. Now, Keith. Oh, that'd be funny.
You gotta
That'd be
talk
so
like
hilarious.
Mike Tyson.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
destroy you. I don't know. I don't know how to talk like him. So this is my
I'm gonna
impression of Mike Tyson.
destroy you.
I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you because when we get on the ring, I'm gonna destroy you. But I imagine that he talks like Kevin Hart when he does the voices, like, no, please. You know what I mean? Like very nasally. I remember that. I'm not gonna say the whole thing because it's fucked up. When he goes, "Oh, you tell you love me," like, oh my god, when he said that, oh my god, I was like, a hero. Like, oh, no, I'd rather just fight Mike Tyson and just get it over with.
I think I'd rather fight him once.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't think
Just
I don't
takes
think
one
they
punch.
mean
I'm down.
prime
I'm
Mike
down the
Tyson. I
floor.
think
I'll
Mike
stay
Tyson
there
right
10
now.
seconds.
I think if it's Mike Tyson right now, I think we'll be fine.
Honestly, just take one punch. Throw yourself on the floor. Stay there 10 seconds. It's done.
That's true. That is
Right.
true. That is
Simple
true.
as done. Never said it had to be good a long fight. Just has to be a fight.
That's true.
Take one punch.
That's true.
Pretend
That's
to throw
true.
one back. Pretend to throw one. Let yourself wide open. Big punch. Throw yourself on the floor.
At least
That's
I'll
true.
get paid for trying to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That is true too. You can make money from fighting Mike Tyson.
Making money.
Because I'm not doing that shit for free.
That's true.
I'm not doing that
That's
shit for
true.
free. I was like, oh, but Beto, the thing, I don't care. I'm
Mike
never
Tyson
suing.
ain't punching me for free either.
know that. I was like, but that's the whole point of the truth or dare. The would you rather is like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
If I fight Mike Tyson, I'm getting paid for it, even if I win or even if I lose.
No. That's true.
All right,
Okay,
next. I'm ready.
Let's see. All right. Would you rather be surrounded by people who brag all the time or people who complain all the time?
Brag. Because complaining is tiring. It's tiresome. It's more tiresome than bragging.
Yeah.
Because bragging at least it
I would feel
motivates
so
you to
too,
be
yeah.
better. Bragging can motivate you to be better, which is kind of like the whole, like all the whole Instagram thing that kind of like makes you want to be better once you have that life. But if people are just complaining all the time, it's just draining, just energy sucking, and there's
That's true.
nothing positive.
Yeah.
So it's like those are the people that literally say to stay away from, if they're just negative emotion, negative energy.
Yeah. Yeah, someone who's always being pessimistic. Yeah, I rather listen.
Yeah,
to
that's
brag.
true too. Cause yeah.
Because at least, because like even if you catch me on a bad day and you're bragging about something, I could just be like, shut the fuck up, and I won't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? But if you're
That is
complaining
true.
about everything,
Yeah.
I feel bad for you because it's like you're complaining about everything and your life is miserable. You know what I mean? Good for you, I guess. Do something about it. You know what I mean? But if you're bragging like, oh, I just went on a vacation, blah 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 blah, that's just me being a hater at that point because like, you know what I mean? Like how am I gonna hate on? How do I explain it? How am I gonna hate knowing that I'm not doing the best I can to go on a vacation or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah. How are you gonna hate that
And
you decided not to go on a run this morning, but they did, and they're bragging? That
yeah,
they went on a run?
exactly. Like,
on
oh
me.
my god, I was like, oh, I woke up so good today. This and that. I went to Starbucks. I got my coffee. Good for you, Sarah. Good for you. Kill yourself. You know, and that's about it. You know, like. But if Sarah was oh my god, my husband, this and that, and it's like, well, maybe if you shut the fuck up sometime, Sarah, maybe he won't be cheating on you. You know what I mean? Two very different responses. Very different responses. You know what I mean? Like, Sarah, we get it, you're happy, chill out. You know, versus Sarah, we get it, you're unhappy, chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just brings a different mood. Like if I worked in an office and like everybody was just so happy and like, yeah, my husband got me this, or like, yeah, my wife finally did the thing I like. I'm like, oh, good for you guys, yeah, yeah. I'd be happy for them and shit, whatever. But if I go to the break room And then there's Tom and John there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my wife, I think she's cheating on me." Blah 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 blah. But there's a fourth time he says that in like the whole day. Like, bitch, shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
damn.
install camera already and figure it out.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
How about you stop being a little weenie and figure it out, dude? God damn it.
It's like, well, you go
Freaking
home
Sarah
and
over
grab
there. Fucking Sarah over there. They're on their third kid and they're happily married, and you're out here being miserable. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, next. Because I'm getting pissy right now.
Okay, let's see. This is so stupid. Would you rather have All Star by Smash Mouth play every time you orgasm, or orgasm every time you hear All Star by Smash Mouth?
Okay, that's a song that I don't go and look for. I have to be in the mood for it, right?
Mm.
However, the entertainment value. Now, my question is, if I bust once, right? How long is the song? Like 2-3 minutes, right? And I managed to bust again. Would the song reset, or like would the song just overlap each other? You feel me? Yeah. Good ass questions right now, homie. I have the questions
I think
today.
it would reset, wouldn't it? Because it's every
Can you imagine
time?
you finish and it's like, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming, and then 30 seconds later, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming.
That would be an interesting part for it to start in.
Can I choose where it starts and ends, or is it just, or does it? Hold on, I'm not gonna blast the song, but I'm gonna look for it just to see like how it starts, because I wanna hold on.
It starts with
What's it called
somebody
again?
once told me the
I
words.
think it's like somebody.
No. What's it called?
That's how it starts.
No. What is it called?
All
The song I
Star
forgot the name.
by Smash Mouth.
All Star. Smash Mouth. Okay. Hold on. Let me hold on. Okay. Are we talking about the audio from the music video or the actual song just started?
The song.
Okay, hold on.
Just imagine the whole music video audio track just playing.
Okay, so yeah, it starts with somebody once told me, right?
Yeah.
So could you imagine, right? You're like, babe, I'm about to finish. And then somebody once, you know what I mean? Like it starts, right? So now she's just gonna look at you like, okay, this music again, right? And you're just like, you're right here, right? And she's like, I didn't finish. All right, cool. Let's do this again. You have approximately 3 minutes and 52 seconds to bust another nut. And then, as soon as you finish, it starts again. Somebody once. Oh, I would hate that shit so fucking much.
You could also.
I would hate that shit.
The other way around, you could time it for when you want to bust, like your playlist, and then have it at a specific point.
Like the Instagram stories where you put the songs and it gives you the snippet, like the 15, like a 30-second window, right? Yeah. That would be fucking awesome. The entertainment value, dude. Think of the vision. What was the other part of the question? I completely forgot what the other part of the question.
The other one was you would orgasm every time you hear the song All Star. It doesn't matter like start, middle, or finish.
Dude, could you imagine walking into a store like, hey Jimmy, I'm back to because the song is playing in the background. Oh my god!
Just imagine like when I used to work at it's been years now. When I used to work at Lowe's, they would have like the same playlist cycle throughout the day.
Oh fuck
So like
that.
when I would work like a full shift, but like since I was seasonal, they didn't give me full-time hours, so like they had me work just a little over, like below a full shift. I would hear like the same songs at least like 3 or 4 times a day in like a shift.
Yeah, but they're usually modern songs, more modern songs. So
well, no, some of them were a bit older.
Yeah, I mean,
some of them were modern, some of them were a bit older.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Up and coming, popular at that day.
Yeah, but just imagine just working.
You're at work.
They put All Star into the playlist.
And what if you guys knew?
Hi, how was your show? Shopping today.
Yeah, basically. No, can you imagine? Can you imagine, dude? You're sitting on the bus somewhere, or you're sitting on a plane, and someone's phone goes off, and their ringtone is the song. Bruh, how uncomfortable would that be?
But no.
And it'll stop coming. Ah! That's awful.
Oh my god. So we would pick the first half.
I picked the second one.
The orgasm every time you hear it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's more controllable that way.
Yeah, but I think like how Beto said for the entertainment value.
Oh no, I agree with the entertainment value, but it is.
Imagine I go to a party and I go, hey, don't play any Smash Mouth, please. Why? I will come. And the DJ goes, bet, and puts it on and just sees me go, ah, fucking just spasm out. just vigorous shaking, just fucking hard. It doesn't have to be like that, but I just imagine that's how it is.
Very powerful.
It's just very powerful only when you hear Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
All normal ones are just like like how they usually are.
I could imagine sitting on the bed, just leaning on the backboard with a cigarette in my. And then I hear the girl that I'm smashing that night be like, "Babe, are you okay? You didn't get to finish." Play the forbidden song. And she gets up, goes to the iPod, and goes click, and it's like. But no, it's been years. So it starts or whatever, and then it's like, I can make it past the 1 minute mark, and I'm like edging, and then as soon as it goes, and then it'll stop coming. Then or when the solo plays, just time. It's just the girl just watches me in horror, like, why can't I make him do that?
Oh, shit.
That would fucking suck, dude. Can you imagine you can only bust a nut if you hear a specific song? No, fucking. Like, could you imagine it was a different song? Like, oh my god, what? Can you imagine as soon as you start hearing the Ave, imagine you can only bust a nut if you hear that. Bruh. Like a fucking sleeper agent. You gotta fucking trick yourself into hearing it.
Oh my god,
That would be terrible.
Oh my god, funerals would be the worst.
Yeah, for real. Imagine you're at a funeral and they're giving a speech or whatever, and it's dead quiet. You can hear everybody breathe next to you, and then for whatever reason they play God, I don't know, I Don't Care by Fall Out Boy. That's the first song that I over here. For whatever reason they play that banger of a fucking song, and you're like, oh, I know this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that'll fucking suck right in front of the Lord too. Oh no, that's bad. Well, not even songs, like. Could you imagine if you bust a nut if you hear like a specific ringtone? You know what I mean?
A specific sound.
Yeah, a specific sound. That's to be super specific. Though. It can't
if
be
it's like above 10 decihertz, you like bust a nut.
Yeah, basically.
It's like a dog whistle.
That'd be so weird though, like with like a dog whistle. Because could you imagine you go to the dog park and off in the distance you see someone just hugging a tree? You're like, and then you see someone training their dog, and they're like, he's not listening. And then the guy in the background, but I am. This is not age appropriate. Can we move on? I'm a fucking comedy genius. I hate it. Why am I like this? No! Right now that I popped up the top 10 biggest flexes in Gundam, could you imagine, like, you have a very specific, like, sound, right? Because, like, if I hear certain sounds, I know where they come from, like, certain games, right? And, could you imagine if you hear, like a very, very specific sound and, like, on the TV or something and you finish like that? That would be terrible.
If it's something like...
Or, like, when an
very specific chord progression, but like one one note has to be out of tune for it to work. So that way it's not common at all. But when it does happen, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like oh.
Yeah. Ah! When you hear certain notes.
It's like certain chord, but like one that has to be like really off tune, off key for it to work. That would be so funny. Someone makes a mistake playing, you're like, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fuck, now I gotta follow up that banger question. Okay, here's an interesting one. Someone put, would you rather play Uno in hell for 900 years or walk the entirety of a Minecraft world that's 3 million by 3 million blocks, which would take you approximately 6,636,933 years?
Play Uno.
You play Uno?
I'm not playing.
Nah, you're.
Minecraft is already hell. I am not touching Minecraft even if you pay me. Okay, maybe you pay me. You
Okay.
have to pay me a lot.
Okay, so I'm gonna point out something, right?
Mhm.
Why is my internet shitty? And why is YouTube not loading? Oh, by the way, I guess YouTube found a way to pause yourself. I guess YouTube found a way. Why did I do that? I'm so sorry. Anyways, you have to understand it from this point of view. First of all, why the fuck is my fan not on? Jesus Christ, no wonder it's out in here. First of all, you have to understand that Minecraft is. Oh, because I turned it off. Oh, wow, what an idiot. I wouldn't want to play. Jesus Christ, baby, it's hot as, it's bright as hell in here now. I wouldn't want to play. I wouldn't want to play Uno in hell because I'm already mad as shit that I'm in hell. Second of all, I get so mad when I play Uno. You know?
That's true.
And then for 900 years, that's a lot. Like, I'd rather not. You know what I mean? But if I get to walk the entirety of a world in Minecraft, and it'll take me that long, fuck it. I get to. Am I in creative mode or am I in survival mode?
But you don't get to build anything. You have to walk. You can't stop or anything.
That is also true. Yeah.
Well, if I just walk, I'll die. So I have to like eat, cook.
I'm guessing this scenario is because it's like play Uno in hell. I'm guessing at this point, like, you are dead, and this is like either like hell for 900 years or like Minecraft is like your purgatory kind of thing. So I don't think like hunger and like how it is in Minecraft would be a thing. It would just be that you are I'm assuming you still get attacked by like the mobs.
So if that's the case, is it hot in hell, or is it like is it like a dusty ass room or something? Like, I need more context. This is not enough context for me.
I mean, it just says in hell, so I'm assuming since it's hell.
Because okay, like, I don't want to get political and like too into it or whatever, but I don't know what hell is like. Okay, like I don't.
That's true.
I've been told my entire life that it's lava, fire, and it smells like blood and piss and shit, and there's bodies and corpses everywhere, and demons fucking the shit out of each other. Like, that's what I imagine. You know what I mean? But what I believe it is, it's like you relive like your biggest regrets, or like you live like the worst sins you've committed over and over and over, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So realistically speaking, I wouldn't have the damn time to play freaking Uno, you know, with the devil himself. You know what I mean? But if I was to die and the good Lord told me, you have these two choices, baby: run through this Minecraft world for 6,000 plus years. Which at that point, time doesn't even matter to me, because like, what is time if I'm just walking in a straight line? You know what I mean? And eventually I'm gonna hit a wall, because like I have to climb upwards. So that means that I would have to either pickaxe or cut through something or whatever. So I'm gonna have to interact with the world.
Yeah.
So if you tell me like, would you rather go to hell and play Uno for the rest of your eternity or whatever for 900 years? But God only knows who's the other bitch ass motherfucker that I'm playing it against. You know what I mean? Because if I like the dude and we can strike up conversation, cool. But if I'm just in a heated battle of a never-ending Uno, bitch, fuck you. That's not fun. The whole point of Uno is that it ends at some point. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wait 900 years to possibly win and possibly lose. But I've been
just imagine it's the same game, just constantly keeps going for 900 years.
You always forget
that.
to yell Uno.
For some shit, right? Like you have a wild card, but and also how many players are in the game? Is it just you and the devil himself, or is it like you know what I mean? Because let's say what's the max amount of people that can play Uno? Like 6, 7, or some shit like that.
Well, if it's hell
think
Uno,
so.
it doesn't really matter the limit, right?
Oh, that's
What?
true.
If it's hell Uno, it doesn't really matter the limit because it's just magic.
Oh
at that point.
fuck that! Like I don't
It
want
also
to fucking.
depends on the. It also depends on the rules too, because like some people like put like, oh, like when you play a 7, like you switch cards with somebody, or
A
like
7?
you know.
No, baby, we're not doing that. No, we're not
Yeah,
doing
you
that.
never played that? There was I think like the Uno game, like the official Uno game has a thing where like if someone puts down a 7, they choose someone's hand to take
Yeah,
and they
then
switch.
0, everybody swaps.
Yeah, 0, everyone swaps like clockwise or
And
something
you
like
can jump
that.
in, you can stack. So yeah, there's a bunch of wacky rules.
Yeah.
Nah. I'd rather just walk for 6,000 years in a Minecraft world because at
I'd
least I get
rather
to
just
look.
play Uno because Minecraft is already hell.
I can just imagine like just a scenario like you go to hell, the devil's just like you have 2 options. You can burn for the rest of eternity, or if you want, we can play some Uno. There's just that guy like I think I'll take the burning for eternity. It's just the devil's like sure. I mean,
And then
it's Uno.
the devil just goes, man, fuck you then. Pull the lever or whatever the fuck you need to do. Yeah, he's just like, whatever wants to play Uno with me.
There's just the one like demon's like, I'll play with you. Shut the fuck up, Steve.
The fuck up, Jacob. Nobody fucking likes you. No, hold on. It would have been better if I would have said, shut the fuck up, Judas. Nobody likes you. That's a little religious joke for some of you. If you don't know who that is,
Yeah,
look up.
yeah. Oh man. I think I'll take the Minecraft world just because walking around Minecraft.
And then
But
Minecraft has nice scenery too.
it does. It does.
So,
Yeah, but Uno, you can not in Minecraft. You can't mess with the devil. In Uno, you can. Just putting that one out there.
That should just put it down to +4 on Satan real
Take
quick.
that. Hey yo, Satan, skip. Oh, you thought it was your
sorry,
turn?
Satan, you
Nah,
gotta do it.
reverse.
Back to you, Judas.
hey, Judas, go again.
Oh man.
I don't want to say what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Could you imagine you're playing Uno, and then some of the most atrocious people show up, like,
Oh my God.
what are you guys doing? It's like, we're playing Uno, and Satan has like a whole deck of fucking cards, and you have like 4 of them. So we're playing Uno. What a wonderful game! I would like to play. Yeah, sits down and shit. I don't know. That's how he talks, but I'm imagining. I'm making fun of him. You can get away with making fun of.
Have to censor that.
And then he puts it a 9, and he's like, I'm gonna put down a 9.
You can't say that name on YouTube.
Really? You
Yeah,
can't?
Oh yeah.
In non-historical
I
context,
mean,
you can't.
it would have to be censored, but yeah, like in terms of like just openly saying it, yeah, YouTube's algorithm's very.
Well,
It's gone very PC. Yeah.
you're gonna have to get rid of that joke. Man, that's a good joke too.
No, you can censor it, and I'm pretty sure just by the accent and stuff like that, people pick up what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I
Yeah.
believe that this is called Uno +4. You shut. He just goes off into
Anyways, not to
German.
get political, let's move on before
Yeah.
Sasha said like 5 more times.
Okay.
for-
Alright.
the other one.
Let me see. I'm trying to see what.
That's what I didn't do. I didn't grab.
There's some of them that are like now that like I copied and pasted them like just to get a few of them, but now that I'm reading, I was like, kind of.
I have one. Would you
Okay.
rather be poor and happy, or rich and miserable?
Well, I'm already poor and miserable, so I'd rather just be rich.
Same.
I think I would take being rich.
I'm gonna raise that actually. If you had one wish, just one wish, what would you wish for? Yeah. I would wish to be a god. Dude, I would wish for the most crazy shit. Listen to me. Let's say I'm talking to this genie or this god or whatever, right? So let's say it's a genie. Oh, and let's say we have a genie right here with us, right? And each one of us gets our own wish. I would wish to be able to control how lucky I am that day. Or to just be super lucky at everything that I do, or I get to like selectively choose how my luck goes. Example, right? Example, right? So when I go buy the lottery tickets, when the moment I purchase them, I could say, oh, I want to be lucky enough to have the winning numbers, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They do the numbers. I go, I check my ticket. I won the lottery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm late for work. Fuck, I wish there's no traffic. Like I hope there's no traffic. I'm lucky enough to not have traffic at all. So instead of a 40-minute drive, it's a 15-minute drive or something like that.
Mm.
You know, like I get to I get to control the luck I have or whatever. You know what I mean? So that means that whenever I'm playing gacha games, I always pull what I'm looking for. Yeah, like that.
You're about to run to Pop Mart right now and get.
What? What'd you say?
Just about to go to Pop Mart right now and get one of those mystery boxes.
Yeah. And I'm just always lucky or whatever.
Open up this Pokemon pack for me.
Oh, for real. Yeah, for real.
And it's like,
like you give me that, and it's like the card that you want. Like I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's guaranteed. I'm always gonna have it. Now, would that help? Would that fix every single problem in my life? God no. God no. You know what I mean? Because like I would still have to take care of myself. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm diabetic, right? It's not like I can just be like, oh, I'm lucky enough to not have diabetes. I'm fucked already. You know what I mean? Like I have to watch what I'm doing. So stuff I can't alter stuff. Like for example, like if I go and I buy food, right? The food that I eat is still gonna affect me because you can't like.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, I'm so lucky that it doesn't affect me, like my genetics. No, like my genetics are already there. You know what I mean? Like I can't alter things. But I could like say, for example, like Mike 50-50, like a percentage of like we'll flip a coin. And like, okay, well you say tails, I say head. Well, I could fluctuate it so I could choose when I win. Right? So if you tell me, oh, best 4 out of 5, I can go, oh, okay, first flip I win, second flip you win, first flip, the third flip I win, fourth flip I win, fourth flip I win, like that. You know what I mean? Like I can do it so that even though it's 50-50, the chances of me winning aren't higher just because I can. That's my ability. That's my power. Or check this shit out. Or whenever I snap my fingers, I can stop time. Oh, the shit that I would do with that, dude. The shit that I would do with that, and it's not even diabolical. It's like simple stuff. Like I'm done with a 10-hour shift, right? I get home at exactly 6. Snap my fingers. Like, well, I would have to shower before that, but shower, be nice and clean or whatever. Snap my fingers, take a 10-hour nap. Snap my fingers again, and it's still 6 o'clock. But I'm refreshed. I can do whatever I need to do. I could work 2 jobs if I wanted to. You know what I mean? That's and if somebody pisses me off at one job, you know what I mean? And then and they won't know it's me. Wow, all of a sudden I have a headache. You're bruising. What's going on? Crazy. Hey, bro, you're like bruising up. What's going on? I don't know, man. Like my jaw hurts. I'm so dizzy. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't be talking shit. What? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would genuinely do that shit. Like if I see people harassing someone, like I will like snap my fingers and like drop their underwear and drop their pants. You know what I mean? Steal their wallets and whatnot. You know, because of course I'm gonna be a freaking thief. You know, like I am. Hang on. What I would do, I would go to casinos. Don't make me laugh. I would go to casinos, right? I would go to casinos, and I would always stop time whenever like someone's like using chips or whatever, like the dealers, and like be able to, or like the cards, be able to arrange them in my favor. Just saying, like the cards upside down. How are you gonna know? How are you gonna know? You know what I mean? No. Like if the cards are upside down, then yeah, like then that as soon as they lay them all out, I can snap my fingers and go for or figure something out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I really do like the concept of fluctuating your luck or being able to stop time and just move. But you can't drive. Like if you push a button, nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like cameras stop working, but like people stop moving and stuff. But like, so like if you wanted to run, like if you wanted to open up a faucet, nothing happens. Like even if you open it up and down, like nothing happens. You have to like
because the water's not flowing. Yeah.
Right. I haven't figured out certain things. Like for example, would I stop aging? Because could you imagine if I snap my fingers and I'm like in that time stop for 10 years, would I age? Would I not age? You know what I mean? I'm assuming I would. But I'd rather, like, could you imagine could you imagine like I don't know.
Well, it would be
you're
hard to
somewhere
because then if water's not flowing, then air's not flowing either.
No, but there's already oxygen in the air though.
Yeah, but it's you still have to move it. So if something's not moving, it would run out.
I guess that's true too.
Because then
I just wouldn't be.
Because then trees are not making more oxygen.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be. Well, yeah, that's what. See what I mean? Like it's everything else stops, but like there's still oxygen in the atmosphere that I could breathe in and breathe out.
Yeah, but it's not infinite.
So no, I thought about that. Well, mira. So what happened in my idea is, so when you breathe in, right? You're breathing in the oxygen. So when you breathe out, you're the whatever the fuck, right? Now that area that you're in has a high concentration of that. What is it? Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So if I hang around in the same spot for too long, yeah, like I'll run out of oxygen and I'll end up passing out and I might die. And now everybody's in a perpetual state of stopped. You know what I mean? So, but that's why I would only use it for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If I'm out in the open, maybe an hour or two, you know, because it's like especially if I'm around nature, just lay down in the grass and have oxygen, like an infinite amount of oxygen or whatever. You just have plants in my room too, you know. But yeah, if I had a genie, those are the two things that I would wish for. One or the other, yeah.
What was the question again?
just if you could wish for anything, what would it be?
Oh, probably teleport or something like that, or like free travel with no limits, like or you can travel card or something like that.
I was gonna say like probably like my like debit card or something like that, but like just have unlimited, like there's no limit to it. So that way obviously like I'm not like having like piles and piles of cash, but like if I ever want to buy anything or like if there's a big expense that I might need, I could put it on my card, stuff like that.
That's another good one, yeah. The teleportation one, I like the concept of it because like I remember the movie Jumper very vividly. Like you have to know where you're going. You have to visualize it or else you won't be able to do it, right? So in Naruto, there's a character who leaves like symbols or like etches or some shit like that, like or tags. And wherever that symbol is or that writing is, he's able to teleport back and forth like nothing. I would do that. That shit would be so sick. Could you imagine going to Japan and then like putting a sticker underneath a bench somewhere and nobody's ever gonna notice it and like you're able to just go back and forth? I would commit so many crimes. I would be the perfect assassin. Because I'll be fat. Like, could you imagine? Just give me a blicky with a silencer and that's about it. And even then, like, it's like whatever. I'll just mask. Could you imagine? I'm trying to kill like this horrendous mafia boss, and it's like I just teleport into his warehouse, and they're like, "Hey, you, where are you?" Like blicky, and then just like walk somewhere else. And as I'm doing like an assassination mission, I'm able to get there. Like, how did you get there? You're so fat. It's like I can teleport, bitch. Blicky. I just cured the world of whatever. Like I killed this big mafia boss. Now I'm a hero, but nobody's ever gonna know. And then I just disappear and I go home.
There you go.
You're just back home. It's like it'll prove it was me. I was never over there. If I'm here, how can I be there?
What do you mean, officer? I was playing Skyrim this whole time. And how am I gonna go from the Czech Republic, or how am I gonna get to Russia and back within like 10 minutes? That makes no sense, officer. Get off my face. Come back with a warrant. And you, Mike, what would you wish for?
Well, he said the limited debit card.
The debit card. That's also really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I wouldn't want like. Yeah. Well, in that case, I mean, if it's like an unlimited card, I'm guessing that there's magic involved in it. And well, then again, I don't think I would ever really be like able to choose like what happens or whatnot if something like that were to happen. But I would assume that, like, since it's like a magic card that just doesn't have any, limits to it or anything, and it's like to me, I'm guessing that, like, if I lose it, then it'll come back, or like it could only work with me.
Right. I assume so.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Funny. Okay. So, if there was a adult tape of yours and it accidentally leaked online, would you rather have it have 1 billion views or 0 views because nobody watched it?
I'll tell you something.
The 1 billion. At least let me make some ad revenue out of that.
Yeah. Now, look. I'm gonna take this into context that if you haven't had any, like if you haven't had any sex or whatever, then you don't get a video. But if you had, then you do. The nasty shit that I've done in my life. Ooh. I would be infuriated if it was a video of me laying pipa, and doing the nasty kinky shit that I'm into, and get 0 views for it. No, no. I told people at work do not believe that I had a girlfriend for like 10 years and like I was just walking the whole time. Nobody ever believes me because they see me and they're like, you don't know how to fuck. Like, you don't know how to have sex. You can't have sex. And I'm like, I have a pee-pee and she had a vagina, so yeah, I can have sex, like, and I did. Mind you, and I could get into I could get into detail, dude. I remember the one time. No, I'm not gonna say anything, but I could. Bruh. And if I could choose the video, like if you were to tell me like, hey, look, it's not in your POV, but like you can like you can have an imaginary camera like move around and stuff. Oh Lord, the things that I would do, dude. Just because you guys don't understand. What happened?
So you're over here making cinema.
Hell yeah, dude. It's perfection. It's cinema. Anyways, it's cinema. Bro, like, you don't understand. Like, you guys fail to understand that if I had a rockin' ass body, if I had a, oh my god, if I had a body, oh dude, I'd be a whore, dude. I would be a slut. Like, you don't know, dude. Like, I would. Oh my god, I will fling so much penis, bruh. You don't understand. I would make it into a business, dog. I would be called Sancho Services, and this is how I would answer you. The phone rings and be like, "Hey, thank you for calling Sancho Services." We should probably move on from this. No. Let me finish. It's funny.
We gotta move on.
No, please. It's funny.
We gotta move on. And we both rather have the video out and get 1 billion views.
Our pleasure. I love that shit. Edit it out. Let me tell it to you guys. It's so funny. It's like, thank you for calling Sancho Services, where your pleasure is our pleasure. I love it, dude. I can't even put that on myself.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
You are home.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, what was I saying?
So this was not explicit. All right.
Thank God.
Okay. Would you rather have a magic van that could teleport you anywhere you want at any time, or a magic ring that when it touches any book or anything you absorb all the knowledge from it?
The ring.
The ring.
I would also say the ring.
The ring, because I'm gonna tell you why. I firmly believe, and I'm not trying to bullshit. I firmly believe that if I'm able to grab something, right, and I have the ring on, right, like, is it only books, or can it be any sort of information? So, like, if I grab like lab results, would I be able to like memorize all of that, or just right?
Yeah.
Bro, I would be the most unstoppable person in the world, dude. Because you know what I would do? I would just go to libraries and be like, just be touching books and whatnot, and like now I know everything I need to know of this book, and I can quote it. You know what I mean? That means, yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. I went to Polly's Pies the other day, right? Okay, it's bougie, right? But it's in a city that's not that great, so you know what I mean. So it's bougie, but it drops it. Anyways, point is, I met this girl, this lady. super sweetheart, super cute. You know what I mean? She knows 5 languages. And what made me mad is that 3 of those languages I know of. I know English, Spanish, and I know enough French to just say I am very sorry. I don't know how to speak French, and that's it. You know, that's all. That's the only thing I know how to say, right? But the way she like spoke it was so. I don't want to be gross, but it was so sexy. Like it was hot. I was like, you know, like fucking. Oh my god, what was the song called? It's the Smash Mouth song. I just forgot about it. That shit will be playing 24/7, my guy. You know, so like, dude, it was awesome. So like, I would totally love to be able to go to a library or go to an event and just be told like, oh, dude, I could do that with Magic the Gathering cards and whatnot. I could just touch the card once and know exactly what it does and not have to worry about, oh, I have to read it 5 or 4 different freaking times because I'm an idiot and I don't remember shit. You know what I mean? Thanks to this ring, now I have all the knowledge and power I could know how to, I could know how to like make more money and whatnot.
Yeah, that's why I would use something like for loopholes, like tax loopholes, marketing, real estate investments, stock market investments, stuff like that. Like the good ways to do it, like smartly.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to figure it out, because like you try to ask someone like, well, how to do this? I'm like, I don't know, just figure it out.
Yeah. I think it would also go a long way if I had this ring when I was in college, when I was like 18, 19, dude, that would have been awesome because I could have just gone to the library and learned everything I needed to learn and like memorize it and all this other stuff and actually do great in those classes and go above and beyond, and my life wouldn't be so fucking shitty and miserable. But I could do all that if I just sat down and read a book, but it's not the same, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of mental obstacles that you would have because you have to understand it and rewire it and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it would be really
consuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, the ring. I feel like that it would be so like it'd be so helpful. I feel like it rather than like having the van that like time travels or travels wherever you want and stuff like that.
Because like I wouldn't want to. Okay, first of all, time travel is cool, but it's very stupid because you move a chair and you just fucked everything up for the future. You know what I mean? So what would I do with the van in the 1800s Europe? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do there?
Yeah.
Everybody's dying of the plague. You know what I mean? Like, I don't wanna. Why would I want to be there? And if I go to the future, it's like I basically just spoiled the rest of history for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically.
Would you rather be immortal, or, well, actually, would you ever, if you could be immortal, right? Would you? And why not?
No. I wouldn't. I don't know. I feel like
I'm almost 30 and it's already too long.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day, right? No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like, I feel like there's too many, like, just downsides of being immortal. Like, fucking, you seeing everybody that you care about grow older and, like, eventually die and everything. You try and make friends or something like that, they're eventually going to die and everything. And, I mean, there's a whole thing about, like, you know, making good with the time that you do have and stuff like that. You know, I mean, there's a whole, I don't know if y'all have seen Frieren, the anime. It's about, like, an elf that basically is immortal. And the whole point of the show is, like, her learning how to make the time, you know, last with the people that are in her life, like, for a limited time, because everyone else is human, they age normally.
Right.
You were gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it depends on, like, what mortality. Because one of the things that I always, whenever I write, like, stories and stuff, or whenever I'm just thinking, because my autism flares out or whatever, I think if I was a vampire of some sort, right? Oh, by the way, speaking of vampires, I watched Sinners. Oh my god, I did not watch it again. I don't.
Talking about Sinners, like, you started, like, cutting off and stuff, and then Isidro was frozen. I was like, maybe if I leave and come back.
No, it was mine too. Like, you guys paused too. But anyways, I saw Sinners. But anyways, I saw Sinners, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Like, yeah, Michael B. Jordan and that one lady did an amazing job. Well, everybody did an amazing job. Everybody was cool. But I thought it was a completely different movie. Like, I thought it was more like monsters and like horror aspects, you know? But I understand the vision that they had. I like the concept, like, music brings you together and blah, blah, blah. But my point is, like, like I'll be playing Skyrim, right? And there's vampires in Skyrim, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be a vampire like Skyrim or like Dracula. Like it would have to be a very specific, like or Twilight. Like I would not want to be a Twilight vampire. You
Oh
know
yeah.
what I mean? Uh, but I also think about it this way. I was like, well, which is like the best vampire that I would want to be like? And it's just like
Mm.
maybe girl, Gabriel Belmont from Dracula, from Castlevania. Like why would I not want to be like that? You know what I mean? That motherfucker's
Mhm.
shredded. But I think about it. I think about it. It's like okay, I can't be in the sun because I'll sizzle or I'll be burned.
Mhm.
I can't get into running water. Um, it would suck because I like garlic, right?
Mm.
Like garlic is such a one of those flavors that you're just like, oh, you know. In order to kill me, you have to drive a stake through my heart. I can't look at the cross of God. Like I can't have it near me. And I'm just like, can I just be immortal and I just have to like eat people essentially or like feed off of people's blood? You know what I mean? Like and
Mhm.
then just have super strength and like all those other mystical powers. But then it's just that's just nitpicking at that point. You know what I mean? You might as well
Mhm.
just be a god at that point. You know what I mean? Because I think about
Mhm.
it one time. Oh, bro, like I know that's not the conversation we're having right now, but I want to have this because like, listen, the other day, as many my own business as I do, right? I was sitting in my room
Mhm.
and I was just thinking like, these walls suck ass. Like I wish I could just like paint them. And then like I was like, okay, well I could go buy a bucket of paint from
Like,
Home
yeah,
Depot,
you
right?
can.
And I was just like, but could you imagine if like I could just rearrange electrons or whatever the fuck it's called, or just okay, snap my fingers somehow and like all of this changes or whatever. Could you imagine I'm just standing there in the middle of nowhere, like in a desert, and then it's like this bitch needs some trees, and all of a sudden I just make trees and whatnot, like a god essentially. Like oh, that would be the shit. I would like I could have a whole ass episode of me talking about all the great things I would do. Like I would stop wars, I would stop famine, I would help the humankind evolve. You know, like make the brain a little bit smarter. You know what I mean? I would topple kingdoms and nations and shit. I would make the oceans not so deep. I would take actually I kind of have an idea of like I would take out all the ocean water and like disperse it throughout the world as drinkable water every couple years, every couple hundred years or something like that. And that's how people are like, oh, it's him. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. Like I know that the rainforest like was cut down and like burned down a couple years back. I would just be like,
Mhm.
this bitch needs trees again. Snap my fingers and all these trees pop up.
Just go
Now the
back.
earth is all saved. You know what I mean? I would go to children with cancer and just touch their little foreheads and be like, you're saved, and just leave. And people would just be like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I'll be like, "Don't worry," and just leave. Like no questions asked. I no longer am bound by the rules of the
No,
rules of
you
man.
should answer questions if you're gonna go touch children to cure them from cancer.
Pause. Mikey, what's the next question?
uh, all right, moving on.
I'm not even
Uh,
gonna bother defending myself because I meant nothing but the purest things, and you just made it worse.
You made it worse. You said
You're
no
gonna be the
questions
first one
asked.
to
I'm
go.
going to touch children and no questions
okay,
asked. I'm like, you should
we'll do,
probably answer a couple
we'll
questions
do
there.
a we'll do a few from the website Isidro sent, but they have categories. So which one do y'all want to do? So there's best, funny, good, hard, deep, weird, extra. Of like, I guess it's like categories of like would
Yeah.
you
Funny, I
rather
guess.
questions. Okay.
Um, maybe you should probably start with weird.
Okay.
One weird one, then we'll probably do one best. Then call it a day. It's already an hour.
Okay. So we'll do weird, funny because Beto want to do a funny one, and then we'll end it with best.
Okay.
Okay. So let me look through. Or should I just pick like the first one?
No, I'll pick one. Whichever one you want. Whichever one you think would be good.
Yeah, let's see. Let me like scroll down a little bit, like towards the middle. Let's see.
One that
Yeah,
won't get
surely.
Beto talking about his pipa services.
Bruh, you need to understand, brother. You need to understand. I aim to please.
Beto's plumbing services.
Um,
And the thing is, like, I wouldn't even be ashamed of it. Like, I really wouldn't. Like,
What is it to
could
be
you
ashamed of?
imagine? No. Listen, could you imagine, like, yeah, I would have to pay taxes and whatnot, right? But like, could you imagine, like, I'm out somewhere and like you meet me and you're like, oh, hey man, so like, what do you do for a living? You see me in a nice suit and you see me nice and dressed, because of course, if I'm playing pipa, like, of course, if I'm slinging penis, oh, dude, I'm making money. Like, I'm gonna have money. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I fuck for a living. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the aura of just hearing someone say, I fuck for a living, and then just be like, bye, and then they just walk away from you, just like I have more questions now. What do you mean? And then I just be like, oh, I just hand around pleasure, and I charge a small fee, you know. I was like, well, how much are your services? How much you got in your pockets? Excuse me? Like, yeah. Well, I think I have like $20. I was like, well, that's $20 worth of pleasure. Let's go to the restroom. Like that. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine having that much fucking confidence all because you got a nice tight body? Oh, bro. Dude. And the thing is, like, I get creative. You know what I mean? Like, I imagine things. You know what I mean?
All right, Mac, did you find one?
Yeah.
Shut this man up.
Stand up, bet, do it.
What happened? What?
Stand up, bet, do it.
Why?
I don't know. You
Why?
said
For
something about standing up. It's like stand up.
No, I said shut. I said shut this man up, Mike. Give him a prompt.
Please, faster.
Okay. This one's part of the weird one that says, would you rather have all electrical devices mysteriously stop working, possibly forever, or the governments of the world are only run by people going through puberty?
They already are.
I mean,
yeah. The second one, I'm not. No, the second one. Cause could you imagine? I'm out here having a great day, laying pipe and shit, and I'm on my Switch, and like.
You're just gonna slot that in every single response.
Could you imagine?
Make sure not to pick sexual ones.
Could you imagine? I'm out there, and then all of a sudden, I'm out there on the field, selling pleasure and whatnot, and like all of a sudden, my Switch turns off and it doesn't work, bruh. And I'm waiting for the bus. Well, actually, if I was doing all that, I wouldn't wait for the bus. But like, could you imagine? Like, my phone just turns off. Like, how am I gonna know where to go? You know what I mean? Like, I got appointments to keep. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have that. But if the government's being run by teenagers going through puberty, they're easy to fucking manipulate. Just speak their language and everything's fine.
They're already easy to manipulate. And they're all right now.
I would have so much money, I could just be like, bro, that's not right. Here, have some money, fix this, and that's it.
Here, I'll give you $100 if you fix it right now.
If you fix it right now. If you don't, I'll beat your ass.
So, yeah, politicians be teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
Maybe they'll choose policies that benefits the common people, not the elderly only.
Could you imagine if we were to, like, just as a test, put a young teenager as a president and he just makes the world a lot better place? Could you imagine? How embarrassing that would be?
But he can also make the world a much worse place.
Oh yeah, if he's
expected
horny
for him to do a bad job. So
what happened?
It's expected of him to do a bad job if he's a teenager. So.
Oh, pues sí, pero
Yeah. Right.
You gotta still respect them and whatnot.
So yeah, so the teenagers as politicians will be better.
Yeah, but probably be the better option.
They'll maybe a little bit more in touch with modern trends.
I'm trying to see.
And then they will have to make sure that they're set up for when they're adults out of the term. So then most people will be okay off then, because then they have to be aiming for the long term rather than just the end term when you're old.
All I know is that I'm surprised if I make it to 40. Okay.
Cool. You guys know we've been doing this podcast for almost 6 months already.
Really?
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
We started last December.
Nice. Let's finish though. Let's finish the year.
Beto's like, yeah, let's finish this. Guys, this is where I'm gonna tell you, I want out.
6 months is too much. No, you know what the best part about all of this is that if I was to, I was telling my friend yesterday, I know that I say stuff that's really offensive, and I know I say stuff that's hella out of pocket. If I was to go to Twitch and stream anywhere in a streaming service, I wouldn't want to like censor me so much, right? But I would watch what I'm saying. No, but I would watch what I'm saying because it's like I don't want to say the wrong thing and offend people. Like I was playing Skyrim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I basically I was being racist towards all the other races, right? But it's Skyrim, like it's just a freaking game. Like they're not real people, you know what I mean?
They are
Like
to
I
some
said,
people.
like no, watch. Like I don't know who I was fighting, but I was a Nord, right? So it's like it's a human race, right? And this Khajiit, which is like a furry, basically, is what it is. It's a cat. It's a feline, anthropomorphic feline, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they walk and talk or whatever. They have their own way of talking. And they said something racist to me. They said they called me like a no fur or something like that. Like they called me a slur, right? And I just got mad and I just started saying some shit, right? I just got mad as fuck and I was like, "Shut up, pussy!" Like, you know what I mean? Like I just say like the most, like I said the most out of pocket, and then I went off like. I bet you like fucking. Okay, I'm not gonna go all that, but like I went off. Like I just started thinking of anything and everything that I could possibly think of while looking at this character. You know what I mean? I was like, "That's right, bitch. Your armor doesn't. Your fucking gauntlets don't match your freaking boots, bitch. Fuck you. That's why your feet hurt and smell like Fritos. You know what I mean? Like random shit. Like random shit. You know what I mean? Like just random shit. But like the thing is, sometimes like I go off and like I don't watch what I'm saying, and I'll say like offensive words like I'm not supposed to be saying. I'm not gonna name them because obviously. But like. But I go hard. Like I go hard sometimes. Like one time a dragon came up to me and I was like, "Shut up, lizard." And like I'll call him lizard. I'll call him whatever. And then when I'm taking their souls, like I'll stand right in front of them and I'll toggle the crouch button so I can teabag them. And then as soon as the soul goes into me and like the cinematic song comes on when you absorb the soul and it gives you the point, I go, oh, like because like I'm like absorbing the soul, right? So like, I just act like I'm absorbing it or whatever. And then I'll stare at the dragon.
Dang, your soul's weak. Swag.
No. Watch. Like I did this earlier today. I looked at the dragon and I was just like, whore, and I walked away. That's the shit I do. Or what I'll also do is I'll go into like a camp or a fort or whatever. I'll kill everybody that's there, and then as I'm killing them, I'll loot everything. Like I'll just press the X button to loot everything. So I'll just leave people naked there on the road. Like I'll just leave them there. And it's like if you see naked people, I was here. That's the idea. Like I'm the Dragonborn in this game, but I'm also the people that takes booty cheeks. You know what I mean? Like that's what I do. So like, you want to step up? All right, you're gonna be naked the rest of your life. You're gonna be dead, but you're gonna be naked the rest of your life. That's what people are gonna remember. And that's it. Anyways, Mike, what you got for me?
Mike, next.
That's what I do, baby.
Mike, next.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This one's from the funny ones. It says, would you rather have everything you draw become real, but you're always permanently terrible at drawing, so you cannot get better at drawing, right? Or be able to fly, but only as fast as you can walk?
Fly.
For entertainment purposes, I would choose the drawing, just because, get a doodle bob situation.
Fly. Because you're avoiding traffic.
That's true. But it would be the same as walking, though.
That's fine. You don't have,
right.
I can fly to the store. I don't have to wait to cross the street walk. Just fly straight.
Well, the thing is,
that is true.
Well, okay, would I be able to draw like what though? Like, and how would it work? Because like if I
think of like how I was saying, like the episode of SpongeBob where the Doodle Bob, where like they draw like kind of versions of like that, like the jellyfish they draw, it's still in the form of how they drew it, but it just works as like a jellyfish. So it'd be like that.
That's
so
weird
like
because that's 2-dimensional though. And that's kind of where I'm going with that, because it's like, okay, well, if I could draw a 3-dimensional or something that looks 3-dimensional and I'm able to pull it out, then yeah, that'll be cool. But like, let's say I wanted a stack of $100 bills. Like I could grab a 12 by 12 or 12 by 8 or whatever, a regular piece of paper, printer paper, whatever, draw it on the exact size, and I could just take out the money. Then yeah,
But
that'd be cool.
it would be exactly how you drew it though. It
Oh,
wouldn't be
then
like
no, that's fucking useless. I'd rather just
Yeah.
slide then. That's
Yeah.
fucking useless to me.
Yeah, the
No,
drawing
that's
is
fucking
useless.
useless to me because it's like
So it
I would
becomes
have
real,
to.
but it'll look exactly as you drew it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was that's not unless whatever I draw, you guys don't see it how I drew it, but you guys see it as what it is. So if I say, oh, there's a
Okay, now
quarter
you're just being
here,
nitpicky again. Now you're just trying to be caught.
yeah, I guess, I
Yeah,
guess.
that was
Yeah, you're just trying to
connected.
be like change the prompt. It's like, but only I can see it badly drawn. It's like no, that's kind of not the point. But yeah, I just fly.
Nah, I'd rather just fly. Yeah.
This is not one of the best ones. It's just I'm scrolling in this song. It's like, would you rather get a surprise wet willy from a random stranger every day, or a surprise wedgie from a random stranger every day?
Wet Willy.
Wet willy.
Yeah, Wet Willy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think because like I feel like getting a wedgie would be more like annoying than
I mean, I
anything.
guess it will be more likely to get an ear infection from the Wet Willy than the boy. But then the wedgie will give you rashes.
And then also you need to like fix yourself after getting the wedgie, whereas the
Yeah,
wet
and if
willy
they
kind of just like wipe
and
it
if they
off.
do it if they do it correctly, like they can like smush your jewels and it will hurt.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true
I had
too.
one time my cousins were fucking around and they did that and it hurt. Like it hurt really bad. So I rather just get a
Mm.
Wet Willy and be able to swing back and then it's like, oh well I have an ear infection, I can't go to work or whatever, you know, at least I get away with it.
Mm.
So while
Yeah.
Mike looks for the last one, do you guys want to hear a story of how I got this Pokemon cards?
Sure.
So
Sure.
you guys know how the Switch 2 came out this last like week or two. So while I was looking for one at I went to Best Buy, and there was like 3 at the store, and I was the 5th in line. So then I walked up to the counter because I was already the 5th one in line. There was a line behind me, so I went and bought Pokemon. They had just gotten a drop of Pokemon cards. So
Oh, nice.
I bought this because I was like, I'm walking out of here with something. I don't care. I'm walking out of here with something. If I'm not getting a Switch 2, I'm getting Pokemon cards. And so I got Pokemon cards. And they had just dropped, and then like as soon as they had, and then the Best Buy employees were already poaching them for themselves. They're already starting to hide the stock, and the store had just opened, so only like 3 people bought some, and then the employees took the rest.
Damn.
They shouldn't be allowed to do that. But whatever.
Well, there's technically rules, but if the manager's doing it with you, who's going to report you? The manager? He's not going to get himself in trouble.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how I got Pokemon cards.
You know, I wanted to play Magic the Gathering because a group of friends of mine they're into it and stuff. But I don't want to drop money on that stuff because it's like it's just gonna sit there. My Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I still have them. My Pokemon cards that I never dueled with, they're still there. And like I don't want to have all that stuff around anymore.
That's the thing
But
too.
if
I
I
don't
have,
like playing the card games. I just like collecting the cards. And I'm not ever going to resell them either, so I don't really care about the
Oh no,
value.
yeah. Let me show you.
It's more
Let me
like
show you.
good lord.
I bought this shit, right? The
mhm.
case for it, not like the whole thing. I mean, I did technically buy everything that's in here. Well, except for the first scene. These Marvel cards. These were given to me by my cousin.
Oh,
They're
nice.
like old school like Marvel versus DC trading cards that
Oh
came out.
yeah.
These like I have a bunch of them, right?
Oh yeah.
But I had been recently like over time been buying anime cards. And so like they were piling up. I was like I need to buy something to put this in, right? So like I've been just buying like can you even see the glare? I'm trying to like work around the
Yeah, I can
glare
see
of it.
it.
You can see some.
But yeah, it's like different anime cards. These are like from Free Rim. These are Chainsaw Man.
No, but
I
that's
have
a game, isn't it? That's like an actual game where you
and that's the thing. I don't know how to play the game at all. I don't know how it is. I have both like English and Japanese cards, but I just buy them for the character.
Dude, Do you guys buy
I don't know
specific
how.
characters cards or just like packs?
They come in
Packs.
like packs. They come in individual packs. And
No,
they're
yeah,
all
but
based
do
on like
you
different anime.
specifically buy specific characters, or do you just buy packs and hope for the best?
Oh no, I just buy packs and hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to collect like find like the shiny one or stuff like that. It's more so like, oh yeah, I'll buy a pack for like like a couple bucks, and it's like, oh, let's see what I get and like see what characters I get,
Mm-hmm.
and then like all the off chats, I'll be like, oh shit, this one's a holographic, oh shit,
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember when I was into Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, that it was a cool little hobby to have, to
Mm-hmm.
put money in and be like, okay, well, how much am I, like, what am I gonna look for? What am I getting? And then you pull the card that you want. You're like, oh, everything's great, but you'll buy the box case or pack or whatever, and you don't get what you're looking for, and it's so disappointing. So sometimes it's just better to just go online, look at the cards, and be like, oh, am I willing to drop $30 at this card just because I like how it looks? And
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do that anymore at all, because I don't see the future of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
ask me if I'll buy Gundams. Like, I'll buy model kits right here, right now. You put one in front of me that I want, I'll buy that shit live right now. You know, that's actually what happened on Saturday. I went to Hobbytown because they emailed me a $10 off coupon for a $50 purchase. So $50, that's like 3 model kits, depending on which ones you buy, right? I was like, I have $50. I'll go spend $50. Bruh. I went in there and they had reprints of units I never got to even see because I didn't
Ooh,
even
nice.
know they were even a thing. So I was like, oh, I need to buy like 4 of them. So I ended up buying 4 of them and some other stuff. And I was like, man, I ended up spending $100. Well, 90 because mine is at $10. So I was like, $90 for like 4 or 5 different things that I buy. That's not bad. So I was all happy about it. But now my trunk has like 6 different model kits that I can't even fit in my room because there's no space. So I have to like figure that out. I need to start hashing out Gundams, like model kits and stuff, and then put them in their little Ziploc bag and their case, because they're just there and I'm not doing anything with them.
Yeah. All right. You got the last one, Mike?
I'm trying to see, because like some of them were like, we kind of already answered that kind of question and stuff like that.
You can ask one of the ones I said at first. What was it? Would you rather have unlimited first flight tickets or never pay at restaurants ever again?
Oh, y'all want to do that one?
Yeah, I mean, I already said it, so we can.
Yeah.
Would you rather have unlimited first flight tickets or never pay at a restaurant ever again? I would probably go with the restaurant because
I feel
flight
like I'll
tickets
save a lot
are
more money.
pretty affordable, and you're saving a lot of money if you're not buying food.
Yeah, if you go out to eat at, because like it doesn't specifically say like restaurants in like a fancy, like fancy restaurant or like a steakhouse or whatever the hell, right? It could be literally like fast food, like Burger King or something is like still technically a restaurant because it's a fast food restaurant. So if I'm not even paying like for when I go to get fast food, then yeah, I'm saving so much money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I feel like I would.
Because flights, like, first of all, like, I'm not really much of a traveling person, right? And I feel like if I was to travel somewhere, yeah, I would want to have that feeling of, oh, I bought this ticket, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy myself, right? But then you get to the country, let's say you go to Japan, right? Well, all you gotta do is buy your ticket to get there, which is, I'm assuming, less than $1,000. And then you get over there and you really only need like what, like $3,000 on you to like buy like souvenirs and like pay for your tickets or whatever. I'm assuming so, right?
Yeah.
But then you get to the restaurants and it's like, oh hey, I have this magic card that allows me to just eat.
Yeah,
for
like
free.
you don't eat, like you don't pay.
Even if the food is cheap or even if the food is expensive, you don't have to pay for it. And it's like, I would probably have to watch what I'm doing because like I would want to eat everything because it's affordable. I can just get it. Like if I could go right now to any restaurant and be like, oh hey, let me have this and this and this and this, and it's like, okay, cool, they give it to me. All I have to do is go get it. I would have to drive up there. Like it still has its downs, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
that'd be really cool. I would never have to buy groceries. I would never have to. Yeah. Well, no, groceries you would have to buy because But why would you go and spend?
Why would you buy groceries when you have unlimited free food? And you're saving all that money from groceries. So yeah, the food is probably the better one. the long run.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me. I don't know if you guys are gonna finish
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know down below which ones will you do. If you have any, also let us know down below. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, ladies and
Later.
gentlemen.